Oh my god,
We live. It's gonna take like a couple seconds.
bro! The thumbnail is ridiculous enough.
It's like you about to know what you're getting into. Like
Yeah,
off top.
bro, this shit look ridiculous,
It ain't no subtlety. It ain't like how they would have like just the title of the song.
bro. This my man hanging upside down, stomach out, like all over the top.
Oh shit. Okay.
Is he?
All right. We live, man.
All right, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to another episode of Cultivated Ignorance. I am Will, the host.
I am Mike, the favorite host.
We are back. What another episode for you, mother
Wow.
fans?
Cuss the audience out off top, huh?
Dope show lined up for y'all. We're gonna be talking about high value men, including Derrick Jaxn himself, the highest of the values. Lil Nas X, another high value man.
Yes.
And, and Kevin Samuels, the godfather of high value. So
Oh shit.
yeah, man, we got a dope show. It's gonna be us trying to really figure out like are 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 high value men a thing, and how should women actually respond? And we're gonna give our critique of Mike's boy Kevin Samuels.
Ooh.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, Mike.
What?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying not to fall back to my old ways, but
You see, if you fall back that easily, you was always there.
boy be speaking. I don't know about facts, but he be speaking.
Go ahead and say it. Dumb shit.
We're gonna be talking about Derrick Jaxn. He a little piece of shit.
That was your main guy right there.
Bro, I got this Montero video playing in the background, and this shit is weird. This shit is something. And we're also gonna be talking about Lil Nas X and his Satan shoes.
Video and everything. I'm just tagging people real quick.
Yeah. Let me see how we do this. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, our producer abandoned us today, so
Our
y'all
producer
forgive.
was like, "Nah, f y'all boys."
He's like, I don't like y'all anyway.
So
don't hit me up.
even though he has abandoned us, we still have to pay him. So yeah, if you don't mind, check us out. Patreon.com/cultivated ignorance. Only $5 a month.
Why would you do the
I messed it up. I messed it up. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I got to the devil scene on the Montero video and it threw me off. This Montero video is so extra. Yeah. Sign up for our Patreon. It's only $5. Stupid dope content. We just recently had an interview with our boy Jay, who is a counselor. And he really dug deep, and we talked about some things that
all our shit.
Yeah, right. Some of the roughest things we've ever had to go through in life. Kind of how we overcame that. So he blessed us and let us put it on our Patreon, so you can check that out over there. Gonna be doing WandaVision very soon. Very soon.
Okay, I'm gonna let y'all know. Will is the hold up. He's the only hold up. I've been ready to do WandaVision. This clown can't get it together.
All right, WandaVision by next week. Book it. We're also gonna be. Oh, I want to review Concrete Cowboys with Idris Elba and the kid from Stranger Things.
You think it's gonna be good?
I don't know, but I'm here for the black stuff. I'm here for the black actors. So, yeah, man, check it out. It's only $5. See how you like it, and you can get exclusive dope shit. So there you go.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, man, I'm excited about this show today because it's a lot of stuff happening this last couple of weeks.
Okay, so this isn't really a topic, but I want to hit on it real quick. What you think about that Quavo and Sweetie video? Have you seen it?
On the elevator video?
Yeah.
It don't look good. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what it was over. It don't look good at all.
But he didn't hit her. It looked like he kind of dodged and rolled her into the thing.
But so he just it's MMA technique, right?
Yeah.
The fact that he like rolled, like he pushed her over, and it looked like he landed on her, and like she stayed on the ground, and he wasn't trying to help her up or nothing. And like,
well,
what?
I defend men. I do the opposite.
You go ahead, be trash. Go ahead.
I defend men. I'd be like, well, but I mean, it is. I mean, I don't know.
What? Go ahead and be canceled.
No, I don't know. I don't know what happened, but it didn't seem like she got like fucked up in the process. Like,
was she kind of like limping at the end though?
Maybe.
Why you trying to?
I mean, but let's be real. Like, if it was Quavo that got hurt, if she threw Quavo in there, or he stumbled or whatever, and he was limping, niggas would not care. Niggas would not give a fuck.
I would care because I'm Mike, but like in general, like if she like flipped his ass or some shit and like he got up limping off, like niggas wouldn't give a fuck. Niggas would be like,
"Oh my God, got tossed by your lady."
You know the overnight memes that would happen like instantly.
Like, bro, this nigga dreads be all over the place, all over the internet. Like,
they have him in the sky with like Bobby Shmurda's hat or some shit. Like it wouldn't
bro.
Be. But no, it don't look good, man. Like I don't know what started it. I don't know.
Like these two niggas was people relationship goals just a couple months ago. Bro, niggas like, they so cute, da 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 da. No,
that's when. I mean, this one go into the whole like Kevin Samuels high value man shit. But like I'm wondering if people really want this like lifestyle that they say they want, yo. Like, because we want the good shit, but like all the shit that come with it, especially when you dealing with like men in that status, like I don't know if y'all want that, man.
Yeah,
I want. So we don't get it all.
Average nigga.
Get you a nigga that work at the post office.
Right, then they got benefits. He gonna put you on his medical. He gonna be his beneficiary. Like whatever.
Like, come on, man. Get you a school teacher. Get you one of the niggas that be stocking the sodas and machines. You know they always got like high energy for no reason. Beast in bed. Like let's get you one of them, bro. Like,
but yeah, man. Speaking of cheating niggas. Speaking of cheating niggas is putting on fronts out here. What you think about this whole Derrick Jaxn shit? So, like, if y'all don't know, Derrick Jaxn is I ain't gonna say he's famous, but he a little black YouTube star.
He famous, man.
He's not.
He definitely is.
Whatever. You giving him too much credit. Anyways, yeah, big buff black dude talks about how niggas basically ain't treating women right. How to honor your woman.
Right.
You don't need to be wasting time with sorry ass niggas like yourself.
Right.
This, that, and the third. Like, nigga basically airs out what you're doing wrong or what men are doing wrong.
Right.
And kind of feeds into what women want to hear. For the most part, that's what I see.
No, like, nuance.
Yeah.
No context. No proper context anyway.
Yeah. So over the last, what was it, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, he got caught cheating. Got caught cheating, and I don't know how long ago the cheating actually happened, but him and his wife came out with a video. He got exposed recently, and him and his wife came out with a video saying, "Yeah, we worked through it." Da 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 da. He had his wife up there looking busted.
But she did not look busted. She looked fucking sad, but she didn't look busted.
That motherfucker looked busted.
Y'all some piece of shit, man.
She did. It's okay to say she looked busted.
No, it's not.
Why?
It's not accurate, first of all. And second of all, she's going through a lot right now.
Okay. Yeah. I don't care what you're going through. If you look busted, you look busted.
You just take
Why does see look, this is stuff Kevin Samuels be talking about. Y'all be you niggas be trying to put anything, well, actually he says women, but He said,
Get it right.
he's trying to make any excuse to avoid the truth. The
Bro,
truth
what is busted? Like,
you
if I
look
think of somebody
busted.
looking busted, like I think somebody looks like she got on like clothes with holes in them. She fucking got drool on the side of her face. Like, what is busted? Maybe I just got higher
Yeah,
respect from
she had 101 pictures on her IG that looked better than what he had her come up there on. He did that so he would be sympathetic. He like, oh y'all, yeah, I cheated, but she busted though. So like,
no,
it's
no.
understandable that I cheated. That's how
He
he
was
had
like,
her come up there.
I cheated, but like that's what he did.
It's like, I mean, you see me holding her hand, like I'm committed to this. Like that's,
Trash.
I'm telling you, that shit was performative. Like that shit was.
Oh, it was bro, it was so disturbing, like the constant like invoking of like religion as a reason to stay together. She said, like, what did she say? I will not succumb to the chains of divorce or some shit like that. Like, what?
Well, I mean, if you, well, you can't. Come on, man. If you believe that deeply in your religion, that you don't want to, that you feel like, um,
You gonna like boo
breaking.
boo boo out here? No, I don't. I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not about the cake for that at all. That's the
I'm
problem.
saying,
Like people, dudes like Derrick Jackson use religion all the time to control women, bro. That's the exact issue. It's the
look, man,
exact problem. Like,
look, man. He's not trying to control a woman. Okay, he realizes that he is a high value man,
about to throw up on right on camera,
bro. Oh, I'm gonna run this high value man thing into the ground.
dude. And we got like Kevin Samuels' definitions of what determines a high value man coming up a little bit later. Um, but you know what was so tricky about the whole Derrick Jackson situation is like, so niggas like me and Will never liked Derrick Jackson. And like a lot of people
Everybody,
like to make it be like you don't like him because he's a good man and shit, and he telling the truth, and y'all just want to be toxic. And it was like, no, nigga, like niggas just like taking the
niggas
most
garbage.
basic, yeah, just the most basic surface level, like be a good man lines of all time that he probably got from just watching other women talk all day and got super paid off of it. So it's like when he got exposed, like I mean, I'm not happy that this woman got cheated on and stuff like that, but like I was like, yeah, nigga, I'm not surprised. But like there was that crowd of men that was like, see, we told you these simping ass men on shit. Now if we can, that was actually in the clubhouse room that said this. A nigga was like, see, I told you on shit. So now if only like Russell Wilson can fuck up, then we really be straight then. And I was like, what? What Russell got? What did he do? Russell don't even be talking to y'all. He just out here playing
Bro,
football, being
that
rich.
is some nigga logic right there.
was, bro was dead serious. Like we just need Russell to just fumble the ball now, and then
So if
we all
Russell cheats, then that proves that any man can cheat, and that's just something y'all got to deal with.
right.
Like you can't even hold me accountable because Kevin Samuel says high value men cheat.
Oh
So
god, it was so bad. Like, but I did hear this take. Well, no, you didn't say what you thought about the situation. Go ahead.
I was very happy it happened.
You was happy.
I was happy. I was
Wow.
happy. Because niggas need to come down off their high horse. This nigga thought he was untouchable. This nigga thought he was Teflon. Like
Bro,
could not stick to him. And so just to see somebody who like who like you know is being fake, but
right.
you just can't do nothing about it, to have his little world crumble, his little image crumble, shit was very satisfying.
Here's the question: is his image crumbling? Because my man came out with Kevin on stage called the Cheapception video, where he recorded his reaction to himself doing the video with his wife. Bro, I'm talking about narcissism 101, fam. Like my man
Exception
was like,
video.
it was the most amazing shit you ever seen in your life. Like, and for what I heard, his followers grew like to like 20,000 by like 20,000, 200,000. I'm sorry, since this happened. I don't know if that's true or not because I don't follow this nigga on social media.
No, I would never.
You think like Do you think this is a wrap for Derrick Jaxn, or like
Nigga,
is he
no.
gonna find a
Like,
way?
what? It's always, and in this case, it's always women or some women who want to hear some bullshit to make them feel good about their own terrible situation. Like, it's just facts. Like, as Kevin Samuel says, like, don't blame men because you choose bad niggas. You know what I mean? So like all Derrick Jaxn, this nigga Kevin Samuels is the truth. Like, but
Bro, get out my face.
I'm bro.
All
Okay.
right,
Anyways,
go ahead.
um, nah, bro. I hope his shit hasn't grown. I really hope not, because he was whack enough. Like making it seem like women have not much to do with the way their love life is.
Mm.
Spreading that kind of nonsense. But uh, yeah, man, niggas need to be exposed sometimes. And
Bro,
I
that
think
happened.
those 200,000 followers, whatever it was he grew, was not for uh, actual interest in his topic. It was just to see the scandal go down. Like,
I said the same thing. Like, I don't think like. I mean, I do think he has a Christian fan base that will follow him wherever he goes. But I do think for the most part, it's like a lot of people just wanted to see like after the Cheatception video came out, they wanted to see like, okay, what else can he put out to just make my whole thing? Like, what else can he possibly do?
and then like the way he goes in on like the way he went on Pastor John Gray, ain't that his name?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the way he went in on that nigga, it's just so satisfying to see a nigga get humbled so publicly.
Oh my gosh, it's the like this is why I don't like reaction videos or like people who speak on other things videos when they put like the video and then they put their face next to it listening to it, they wait to
Yeah,
respond. No one's there to be like, nigga, shut up. Like no one's there to say like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like you can just be as outrageous and make the most ridiculous arguments you possibly want to, and no one is there to correct you at all. And like
but I mean, but the thing is, like, people people in this day and age, people want to follow somebody that they believe is more smarter, more knowledgeable, whatever. They don't want to go out and discover anything.
oh for sure. For
They just
sure.
want it to be spoon fed to them. So like his setup, his business, that's perfect.
Perfect. It's perfect. No, it's we want like easy answers. Like I hear so many
Exactly.
conversations where someone's asking somebody a question, and like if they don't respond right away, if they have to think about it, they automatically get dismissed. Like their opinions automatically dismissed, as if
Yeah,
like there isn't so many gray areas in so many areas of our life every single day.
exactly.
Like so when you somebody like Derrick Jaxn, it's just like ask me what men want. Like I can tell you straight up and down. Like you just gotta buy my book, and A, B, and C, boom. Like it's really wild. Like to think that how do humans fall? Well, I think yeah, we just talked about it. We just want convenience, but like just as a human being, I guess you learn this as you get older. Like, how do you not become more aware that like this got to be some bullshit? Because that answer came a little bit too easy. Like, it's got to be some
I,
bullshit.
I think people know that like there may be fluff involved, but I think people rationalize it in their brain that like, okay, I'm not an expert in this. He's he's got a platform, so he must be knowledgeable.
Right.
You know
He's
what I
got the
mean?
aesthetics and everything. He's got the whole setup.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
but in your mind, like even like because a lot of stuff just goes against people's own belief, like just common sense belief. Like this can't be right. Like you know what I mean? But as long as somebody look like they know what they're talking about, people will believe.
Bro, that's fucking Clubhouse. Like, one on one. Like, oh, it's. But I do have one question. And this is mainly for the chat too. Like, so I was talking when I talked. This was I talked to her earlier today actually, but I was listening to Kimberly Foster from For Harriet, and she had a video about like telling women to like beware of these performative men like Derrick Jaxn who like go out of their way to say how much they like love and adore and love women like they just anything they say is it's like we said, like it just completely absolves women of all like accountability and anything bad happening to them, of like I said, completely devoid of nuance or anything. It's less like any dude that comes out here like constantly like professing how much they love and respect and appreciate and properly treat women. Like avoid them niggas at all costs. Like them niggas are dangerous because they probably lying. Like you think that's true? Like dudes who be out here full force, like unprovoked adoration. A woman, should we be like concerned? Like should women be cautious of the dudes?
I feel like anybody who speaks on the subject and doesn't look and doesn't address all sides of it, yes, like they have a motive. You know what I mean? Like whether it's like wanting to get you draws or wanting to get your money or whatever. You know what I mean? Like yeah, like how could you listen and absorb something to where somebody just doesn't consider the other side of the other half of humanity whatsoever, despite you being a man yourself. You know what I mean? Like that's just bullshit.
Right. And I just thought about like how much our desperation to find that like shining that knight in shining armor in terms of like women, and I think this is true for men too, but I mean, particularly women. Like you hear all the time about how hard the dating scene is for women, especially black women who want to date black men, because it's far more of them than there are of us that are out here walking around. And you hear about how many men are in jail, how many men just ain't shit, how many men play games, how many men got crazy baby mamas, all this stuff. And then like here come this dude that's saying all the right things. Like I think it's like super easy to get just caught up in that, like in the moment. Like you just hitting all the right pain points, baby. And you just like take me down there.
Check.
he got a checklist that he
like you getting it.
It's the term is simp. Yeah, everybody said the term is simp. I'm glad we're getting the proper definition of the word simp because niggas was misusing that shit like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It became every man that treated women nicely was a simp. All right, so you want to talk about your boy Kevin Samuels and how much you love him and appreciate him?
Okay, so on one hand, I've only watched Kevin Samuels a little bit.
You already fell in love.
Thoroughly enjoyed him from a comedic standpoint, and he does actually address some issues that aren't spoken about. But if anybody's ever seen Kevin Samuels, this nigga is hilarious. He mostly speaks to women, but he will speak to dudes as well. And he's an image consultant. I think that's how he defines himself.
Yeah.
And he will break down your image and basically equate what you bring to the table, whether it be looks, height, weight, stature, money, whatever. And he'll basically place a value on your, what is it? Your like relationship capital,
your livelihood, and if you're worthy of being here or not.
Yeah. Your worthyhood of your worthiness in a relationship. And this nigga pulls no punches.
Zero.
Zero. And so he does. I did you first see him on Clubhouse, Mike?
I first saw him in the clip of the Your Average at Best video with the Jessica woman.
Bro, I watched that video last night.
You watched the whole thing?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
I'm glad you did, because that's going to add a lot to the conversation. I first saw that clip, and I was like, who's this gross-ass nigga that's just out here? He's tearing this woman apart, and, like, then you can just see, like, ugh. Because I've been around a lot of women who face a lot of trauma. Like, you can just see her trauma response and, like, not really know what to do with herself, like, being frozen and keep asking to get abused even more. Like, it was bad. And then I went on Clubhouse and experienced the whole thing with him and Rochelle Ritchie, where he was just hella gross to Rochelle, and like, you know, niggas when they become moderators on Clubhouse, they just be super toxic, and like he cussed her out and then like sent her to the audience. It was some bullshit, but yeah, it was mainly from the Average at best video.
Oh, okay. Uh,
You just muted. Did you mean to mute yourself?
Jesus Christ. Go.
That debate.
It's going good, Munch. Go. Go. Thank you. Oh, shit. I thought I was muted. Oops. Okay. Anyways,
You see how you curse out the baby? Y'all heard it, right?
I did not use a single curse word.
Clip that. Clip that. Clip it.
Clip that, chat. Clip that. So yeah, man. So with a guy like this who kind of tears women down, do you think women should be, or should we get to the here's how Kevin Samuels defines a high value man? Because because essentially that's what all these black women want. They want a high value man.
Is it? We're gonna see.
This is how he defines a high value man. 1, a man makes at least $10K a month, and this is by Atlanta standards. So
that's B. I'm in there already. Let's go.
Okay. 2, man makes this kind of money over a certain length. What does that mean, Mike? Because I know he said over $100,000.
No, he's basically said no. He said okay. So you making 10,000. You might be making 10,000 a month, but it has to be made within like during the course of 3 to 5 years. Because as he put it, anybody can go to the playoffs or the Super Bowl one year, but like where you gonna land next year though? Like if you if you're in the Super Bowl in 2020, but you don't make it back ever, then it was just a lightning in a bottle. Like
I got you.
Yeah.
Group acceptance by other high value men.
Yeah.
That means he's basically a circle of high value men.
Yes.
Has a solid network of others beyond high value men. They're accepted by.
Yeah.
So you got
Illuminati
niggas.
You gotta be with Illuminati and all them.
Yeah. Visibility. Can you explain this one, Mike?
Visibility. Oh yeah. So visibility. Your position has to be linked. Your position and income have to be in LinkedIn level. So he's saying like, you can't claim to make all this money and then somebody asks you what you do and you just say I'm an entrepreneur. Like it has to be pinpoint. Like I'm the director of engineering at the University of South Carolina, some shit like that. Like It has to be point clear and concise.
I got you. And your utility. How useful are you to your own group and other people? So
yeah, we'd be willing to get used out here. Can't nobody use you. You making all this money, you're useless.
So first off, do you think these 6 things are a good determinant of what a high value man is? And I think it's fair to say, like, yes, of course, everybody's going to have their own different definition of what is important to them and high value, yada yada yada. Yeah, we don't care about all that. Me and Kevin Samuels, we don't care about all that. Talk about societal standards. What is a high value man? You think this is a fair list?
In terms of just being like a body that makes a bunch of money and is used by everybody, if you're defining high value man as that, it's perfect. Like what you just touched on, if you define the way I define somebody as high value is completely different than something like that. But like,
but I think like this is like a broad like what is acceptable, what is considered A+ relationship partner, as far as like not the smaller things, like are y'all into the same things and all that other stuff, like what makes a good partner.
This is what I'm saying, like this is my key thing. Like if you're looking for somebody who's a self-proclaimed high value man and believes in Kevin Samuels, like this is what you need to pursue. Now, if you think if that's healthy for you, if that works out for you, that's a whole nother question. Because, like you said,
I get what you're saying, but I think he developed this because of women saying, "I want to," or he keeps getting requested relationship advice, as far as like, I just want a good man. You know what I mean? I want a whatever kind of man. Because a lot of times people don't, I guess, know, or they're not descriptive enough to say what they like. So this is like a blanket high value man thing. You know what I mean?
I think it's deeper than that actually. I think patriarchy itself said this is what a high value man looks like, and so men perpetuate that. And because patriarchy is in everything, like women who want this, just like the men who want this, have completely done away with like actual values, like how does he actually treat me well? How's his mental, how's his mental and emotional state? Is this guy is this guy's actually a good person? Like it's purely how can we use one another, basically.
So you're saying this is only places value on his societal influence.
Yes.
Okay.
Only, like not even primarily, like only. And what I'm saying is So what I'm saying is if you're dating a man or you're pursuing a man who attributes all his value to that, like that can come with like wealth, access, all that stuff. But like what else is that coming with? You just probably coming with a man who's like Kevin Samuel, who's also very misogynist, sexist as fuck, gross as fuck, like shallow as fuck, doesn't actually care about you.
This nigga is hilarious.
Like he know what he doing, bro. Like he know what he doing.
It's the exact opposite of Derrick Jaxn. It's the exact opposite. It's like Derrick Jaxn says, "Hey, it's not your fault, ladies." Kevin Samuel say, "It's all your fault."
Every bit of it.
Every bit of it. And like I said, how tall are you? Hey, when you say how tall are you, you about to get lit up.
If you ask you how tall you are, how much you weigh, if you're a man, if your dick is big, you about to get real.
So,
but that was so wild. Are we about to speak on the video now?
No, go ahead.
I was like, what's so wild is like, so with the video, if y'all haven't looked it up, look, it's a video. There's one that made him go viral. It's called "You're Average at Best." He's talking to this woman named Jessica, who has fully bought into the system because she calls in saying that she wants to date high value man because these average men, according to her, are apparently like intimidated by the fact that she owns a business. And so, what she initially asked was, when do I tell these average men when I owe
she actually said she was dating down.
She said she was dating down because she felt like, what did she say?
She said she felt like every time she would bring up the fact that she had a business, they would ask to help her out or level up or invest with her or something like that. That was one of her complaints.
But it was primarily that they were being basically intimidated by her owning a business and stuff and owning more money than her.
In a way. In a way.
In a way, yeah. So primarily she was asking like, how can I get a high value man? Because that's what I deserve or whatever. Like that's what I need to be happy. And he was basically like, why do you want that? And she was like, I just think I need a man that earns 6 figures to like, level, like match up with me.
Mm-hmm.
In that very moment, that tells me that you bought into this whole system of elitism, basically. Like, and so you want the benefits of having that guy who has all this money and stuff that you don't have to talk down to or whatever like that. But like when he tells her like, you may want to buy into the system, but the way you are right now, you're not cut out for the system because these niggas ain't checking for you. That's her wanting to pick and choose her way into the system. And then like, not trying to give Kevin Samuel no points or nothing like that, but like, this is why I say women, like he's telling you exactly what these kind of men are. Cause he's telling you like, these niggas ain't gonna fuck with you unless you look a certain way and you have certain things.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I do feel terrible for her, but I don't think she realized that. I don't think she was putting the dots together in that, like, you buying into all this bullshit.
So was he right though? Was he right?
He was.
That nigga was right. I'm gonna say.
What?
I'm gonna say he was right.
As far as buying into the bullshit, yeah, he's absolutely right. Like, if you're gonna buy into this thing, like, you should listen to him because he's telling you exactly what you need to have in order to win it. But the question is, like, why are we just acting like because what men like to dismiss when they defend him is the fact that he's using his misogyny, toxicity, and other shit to justify like men treat women like shit. And like instead of like calling that out, he's just like, well, this is just the way it is. Like this is just the way men are.
he refers back to he he doesn't even say well, yeah, he does. He says it's in our nature. Like it's something
Yeah.
that is inescapable.
Right. Right. Yeah. Right. Like,
You know, and that I don't agree with. I don't agree with the aspect that because you are a high value man, you are a piece of shit in every other area of your life. Uh,
but that's what I'm asking you though. Like people who self-proclaim high value men who follow Kevin Samuels, is this not inherently who they are?
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm sure most high value men don't follow Kevin Samuels. If you actually
Like
a high
actually.
value man, there's absolutely no reason for you to follow this nigga. Zero.
Right.
Um, I, I don't know, man. I like some of the stuff he says because it does place accountability on women as well, which I think is needed. Um, but he does it in such a toxic way, in such a one-sided way that
That's
it's
what I'm
hard to
saying.
really get on the bandwagon.
That's why I can't give it no pass. It's like a lot of dudes find subtle ways to just shit on women, and like just
This shit
because
is not subtle.
what I'm saying, no, this ain't subtle at all. I'm saying the dudes who defend like Kevin Samuels, like when they share it, and then like
Yeah.
women come and like start screaming, the first thing niggas say is like, "Oh, y'all in your feelings," but if y'all would just relax, you can see he telling the truth. Like as if this nigga didn't say a whole bunch of fuck shit in the process of quote unquote telling the truth. Like it's somebody asked, how do we define high value man? How do you define personally?
Um. Wow, that's a good question. I think I would define high value man is a lot of these things, but not neglectful of the things he doesn't mention. Like, because he even like says like high value men cheat. Like he basically said that. Like,
Right.
it's essentially like their status, the access that they have, the women that are around them, they cheat. It's just a part of the game. That seems low value to me. Like that's
Right. You're
you know what I
right.
mean? Like you can't keep your meat in your pants.
Like,
Seems
hell
hella
yeah.
low value. Um, I would say the money aspect I agree with. Um, I agree with pretty much all of this list, but having a real focus on your family is
Mm.
probably the one thing that is missing. I don't see how that is missing.
Bro, because it's not about that. That's what I'm saying. It's not
I
about none of that. Like my main thing with that list is so much of it is a constant performance. Like
yeah.
for everybody else but yourself. Because the
Well,
list
yeah,
doesn't ask like what do you
yeah.
want to
Like the
do? Or
utility thing is kind of the visibility thing too, but I mean, I can see why it's on there.
I can see it, but like I said, all of it is such a like image that you're trying to build. It's not about the person, it's about the image the person can put out there to appeal and appease others and attributing that to their actual like identity and value. Like
Well, it's not about their identity value. It's about their relationship worthiness. Like how do they stack up as far as other people in the dating pool? How they're comparable to other people in the dating pool?
oh no, I think he made this list in terms of like as an individual, like what makes you a high value man.
Correct, but I think the high value man is in relation to your worthiness in the dating pool.
Is you saying that's inherent? Because I think that's part of the performance thing I'm talking about. Like I feel like if you're not finding the ways to define yourself as high value individually, that's inherently a problem. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you good.
I apologize.
It's
Yeah,
just so much, man.
but so can you rock with anything he says? Because I rock with some things he said, like especially in that video. Like I think if you are looking for a high value man or whatever, like if you have this idea in your head of what you want, like
Right.
you have to, in a way, critique yourself, figure out your worthiness.
According to these standards.
Yeah, I
Basically.
guess so. I don't. I mean, like it's not like he wrote the book on these standards. You know what I mean?
No, but I'm saying though, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like, and you to your point, like, is he right in what he's talking about according to these standards that he also adheres to? Like, yeah, absolutely, he's absolutely right.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
that girl, like I'm gonna be honest, like she was average at best. Like
I mean, that's completely like I think that's completely valid if people think that she's average looking. But we're not gonna sit here. I'm not saying that you're doing this, but we're not gonna sit here and act like this man wasn't purposely like demeaning, embarrassing, and degrading this woman for clicks. Is what I'm saying to people. Like, we're not gonna act like that wasn't a thing, and isn't still a thing to keep his audience.
I think it became a thing, but I don't know. I don't know. Cause I feel like yes, like yeah, he was playing to what he does best. You know what I mean? Like were his critiques fair? I think so. So like just because you do one, that doesn't mean the other isn't true.
Critiques are fine, but it doesn't have to have the misogyny with it, though.
I mean, was it? I mean, was everything he said misogynistic? Like,
not everything, but like this shit was so. It started off well enough, but then it turned into this whole
you ain't like, shit kind of thing.
Yeah, like this nigga like purposely dogging her out. Then with the sound effects and shit, like, come on, man. Like, you know what the fuck you doing.
The sound effects are too much. The sound effects are too much. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I think, and maybe I'm sure I'm a little misogynistic, but it's not my fault, ladies. It's in my nature.
Oh God. Shut up.
But,
shut up right now.
But I don't know, man. I'm okay with the harsh critiques on women, and I'm okay with the harsh critiques on anybody.
But why do you need the misogyny? Why do you need to berate people? Why do you need to like?
You don't need to do all that. People? But is it necessary? Okay, so I identify what he said that you felt was actually misogynistic in his critique of her, because maybe I'm so deep in my misogyny that I'm not identifying it.
That's the thing. I feel like that's it.
So like, yeah, like what did he do that you felt was misogynistic versus a critique?
Like purposely, like first of all, telling her that like woman with kids, like talking about her having kids in the first place. And then the way I can't remember everything he said. But her having kids in the first place inherently, like in itself, like automatically devalues her, period. No one tells that to men like at all. Like I don't ever hear that.
What?
In terms of who says men with kids like in this type of platform is automatically like, oh shit, no, like you can't even fuck
lesser dating value, bro. I've heard that so many times, not from like women I've tried to date, but I'm just saying, like I've heard it in general. Like I don't want a nigga with kids.
Like men that ain't shit dads, or like men who just have kids. Period. I don't be hearing it like that.
I think men who have kids. Period. And I'm not saying everybody says that, but also everybody doesn't agree with Kevin Samuels. You know what I mean? So I think as a rule, I think, or as just a blanket statement, I think that's pretty fair. Like people are less attracted to people with kids.
But I'm saying devaluing her as a person. Like it's one thing if somebody's just not wanting to
her as a person. He said you are not as attractive as a dating partner because you have kids. I think that's fair.
I remember him wording it like you being that in the first, and then like the way like he worded like her past mistakes. The way he kept like kind of generalizing like this is what you women do, da 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 da. Eventually, at one point, calling out her name, calling out her a broad, and all kind of shit. And like, and this could be coming from like like for me seeing his videos, like clips as a whole, like this nigga's like sexist as fuck. Like him even saying stuff like men inherently cheat, women just got to deal with it. And then when we talk about women cheating, all of a sudden like, oh, y'all can't do that shit. All this shit is like coming from a misogynistic mindset.
I agree. I do agree.
So it's like when that's like an underlying factor in your personality, period.
So you feel like you just got to throw the whole thing away, like because a lot of his stuff is based in misogyny and toxic behavior. You feel like you got to throw the whole thing out.
For somebody like me, yeah, but like depending on what whoever's using it for, it's like, would you take advice from? This is where black men always understand shit. Like, would you still take advice from like a rich white person if you knew he was racist as fuck, and like he was saying all these things that are detrimental to like the black community, but like even if what he's saying has a hint of fact in it, are you just gonna take it as like, well, he's just speaking facts? Like I don't know about the other shit. Or are you gonna like know like he's specifically harping on this because he's racist as fuck?
I don't know. I don't know. Rich white racist nigga might have a point.
But that's what I'm saying. We just can't ignore, like I said, we can't ignore the fact that like that's a thing, and that other misogynist dudes use that as like a cape to throw on, to just be like, to just dismiss woman being offended by what he's saying, as if they don't have a right to be offended, and just say like, y'all should just focus on what he's saying. Y'all should take y'all emotions out of it. Like that's the bullshit I'm talking about. Like completely dismiss people's feelings and be like, well, this shit is beneficial to me, so y'all should just stop crying.
And the worst part is niggas who be defending them, they never even thought this way before they heard of him. Like, like it always takes some other lost nigga to put the cape on for somebody.
Bruh, that's how weird like this whole capitalism shit does to people. Like,
okay, here we go.
Like, no, I'm just saying, like,
okay,
just
Marxist.
The mindset and culture of capitalism, how people just jump to the defense of like rich niggas who don't need no defending, like don't need any help at all, because they want to be that person so badly. Like they just throw themselves under the bus for that person. Like it's weird to me. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I think you can take some of what he says, but might say throw it all away.
I think, listen, like I said, just a pin in it. Like, if you were saying you want a self-proclaimed high value man, like listen to Kevin Samuels, because he's gonna show you exactly what you're gonna get. In that sense, he's absolutely useful. Go ahead, hit him up. He charges like $1,200 an hour for one-on-one consultation.
Does he really?
He does. I did talk to Kimberly, and like she was on live, and somebody in the chat was like, yeah, he charges like $12,000 for like an hour consultation. So,
hey nigga, if you popping, like, why not? Like,
go ahead. Invest in trash. Go ahead.
But yeah, man, if you're just looking for a laugh, just search some videos up on YouTube. I mean, some of y'all might be triggered.
I think a lot of y'all might be triggered. Like,
but it was funny to me what he was saying. Mike, was it funny to you?
You have to laugh at the pure like audacity of what he's saying. Like you got to laugh from being offended. Like,
oh man, me and Mike had the best laugh. We've had the best laughs in a minute over these Kevin Samuels videos, bro. There's true value. There's true value in it, even if you're just laughing.
The pure grossness. But yeah, I don't know. The chat is going crazy. We're gonna go back and read these comments, y'all. They
probably eviscerate me. I don't care.
It's fine.
I'm on my way to a high value man. I'm almost there.
You almost there?
The way this money looking, that's the only thing holding me back. Yeah, Mike. So I saw you featured in Lil Nas X's Montero video.
Hey, I was out there. I was like,
I saw you in the devil chair. Lil Nas X bump
I was. I was on the chair like this. I was like, I was leaning back.
Bro. So if y'all haven't seen Lil Nas X's Montero video,
lit.
I love Lil Nas X as an artist. Dude is actually really dope. Makes pretty good music. But that video is something. I know the Bible Belt has got something to say. It's very edgy and features him grinding on Satan's lap and doing it's just demonic.
I'm talking about
It just
everything.
has a lot of demonic visualizations in it.
Superb gay entertainment is what I call it.
Superb gay entertainment. um, and so he's also releasing these Satan shoes. Well, he was before
He
Nike
was when
shut
Nike's
them
like,
down.
hell no, nigga.
That allegedly actually contained a drop of human blood.
They do.
Which conceptually is fucking hard, but uh, yeah, man, what you think about all this? Like, is he going too far?
I'm gonna tell you, yo, like the more I think about it, because when I first watched the video, I was like, yeah, this shit is like off the chain.
Off the
But I
chain?
liked it. Yeah, it was like cool. Like it didn't really do a whole lot for me. But like as I like looked into like the lyrics and like, you know, the fact that all the niggas got his face and shit on it, and like the actual message, and then like a statement of like this is a rebellion, because like all y'all niggas need to know like Christianity has been used against me my entire life to like oppress me, sexually repress me, make me hate myself, all this shit like that. Like this is a whole revolution for me. Like as I looked into that more and like watched the video, like I like the shit more than I did initially. Like, and I don't the song don't really do nothing for me. Like the song's like alright, but like just the message of like we not taking this shit no more. That's the whole generation. Like we not doing this shit no more. Like y'all not about to like control our lives, make us feel like shit just because we gay out here. No more. Like y'all got away with that all these years. Like that shit is gone, son. And
Bro, y'all gay, y'all need Jesus. I don't know what to tell y'all.
he had Jesus. He fucked Jesus in the video, and then he came to hell and fucked the devil. Like, which one? Like, I would say I was alarmed by the shoes at first. I thought Nike put out shoes with blood in them. I was like, nigga, the fuck? Like, y'all done completely lost it. Whose blood is in the shoes? Like,
it's one of the people that work at the company that made it.
yeah, it's the Mischief Company.
Yeah.
Who actually made like the Jesus shoes back in like 2019.
Yeah, them niggas about to be sued the fuck out of.
Oh, they already getting sued. Like, it's so funny because when they made the Jesus shoes, Nike was like, all right, nigga, y'all can get y'all money. When they made the Satan shoes with the blood, they was like, that's the line, nigga. Like, y'all got to be stopped.
Like, all these damn basketball, football programs we got under, we can't, y'all can't fuck up this money now.
Right. I want to say this real quick. Kendall said like all Nike shoes are made from blood from the sweatshops. I did say that. Like,
okay,
that's pure facts. Like we,
yeah, it's facts, but nigga, everybody's still rocking them. Like
I don't, but I get what you're saying. Like,
you got a pair of Nikes. You do have a pair of Nikes. Don't.
What Nikes are we wearing?
You got them black on black Nikes.
Oh, them fake Yeezys. Yeah, I got the fake Yeezys.
Yeah, so don't. No, I mean, I get it. Like, I get it. Like, yeah, they're using sweatshop, but it ain't stopping nobody. So I don't think it's fair to bring up that right now.
No, I think it's like fair to be like acknowledge it. Like more people need to acknowledge that. Like we don't really acknowledge that until something like this happens.
Well, I'm not. I'll tell you this: I'm not paying fucking $400 for some Americans to make them. Okay, I'm not for some American Nike dad shoes. I'm not doing it.
You don't even wear shoes. You wear Crocs. So what are you crying about?
But I'm just saying, like, as a consumer, I'm not doing it. Like, yeah, it's fucking shitty, but Americans don't want them jobs.
I'm down for a change. From people not working all day for 99 cents. Like that's some bullshit. We don't care. That's
capitalism.
That's gross.
But sorry, man. Sorry, man. It's got to be somebody on the bottom. I'm just fucking around. I'm just kidding. But
the video
nobody wants to pay a bunch of money for some regular ass Nikes.
Anyway. But you said you got it. You have value man out here. You got the shit,
bro. I said I'm close.
Nah, bro, you got it.
I said I'm close.
You got it. Yeah, it was over the top. But I fucks with it, man. Like I'm fucks with people standing up and calling out. Like I wish people weren't so much outrageous, like actually looking at what he's actually saying and like actually look at what the harm that Christianity has done to people versus like just being placing all your fake outrage on this one nigga.
Well, you'll have to answer to the down south whites about that.
Well, we here in South Carolina, so that won't be a problem.
I don't know, man. I haven't. I saw the video, but I haven't listened to the lyrics like that. It just never even occurred to me. Yeah. But hey, man, get your gay on, baby.
Get your gay on.
Yeah, get your gay on. Do your thing. Video was a little too edgy for me, but
why?
I'm
was the butt plugs being thrown at him?
No, nigga, grinding on Satan's lap. It was just too much. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm still from the South. Like, okay, so I'm gonna say this. I'm not uncomfortable with gay people, but seeing like gay stuff is still kind of weird for me. Just being from the South, because you don't see it like a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not. Do your thing, but it was just still a little weird to see it.
Even though, like, you saw the messaging of, like, you know, him have his everybody having his face, the video called, like, you know, call me by your name, like, it's calling out people for being the exact evil that they condemn him to be. Like, even with all that considered, it's still weird.
Seeing a grown nigga grind on top of another grown nigga is a little weird for me. But do your thing. I'm not judging. I don't care. Just, it's a little weird, you know. But hey, the more I see it, the more I'll get used to it. So
Will's trying to fight this tingling sensation he gets in his crotch whenever he sees stuff like this.
No, it's not it.
He don't know what's happening.
Not it. It goes pew. It doesn't tingle anymore. It's pew.
Pew. It makes the sound and everything.
Yeah. So, all right. With that, we'll get back to this. So with me saying that, right? How it makes me feel a little weird or whatever. Yesterday, somebody that I'm not like incredibly close with, but I know, they came out. I guess they had started transitioning during COVID, you know, and I've known them for like the past 4 or 5 years or whatever. And he started transitioning. Well, he started transitioning to a woman over the last year, 18 months, whatever.
Okay.
And like, as I was sitting there, I found out about it on Facebook. So like I said, we're not crazy close, but we've hung out, done things together, whatever. I didn't know how to feel about it. And so like, I was in my mind, like I was sitting in my bed and I was like, why do I have any weird feelings about this whatsoever? And I guess I did the Southern, I was raised on Christianity thing. Like, how did I not see this coming? Like, and so like, I was going back in my mind. And I was like, well, when did he start growing his hair? And all these other weird things. These just insignificant things. And at the end of this like session where I was just thinking and my mind was wondering, I was like, well, good for him. Well, good for her. You know what I mean? And I say all this to say, being somebody who's from the South, seeing things like that, seeing people who you have relationships and you've known them one way for a certain amount of time, I think it's very fair, and I think it's very necessary to give people the space who aren't used to that. Give them time to
process.
Process not just that individual relationship, but also seeing that as something that is becoming more of a norm.
Right.
Instead of like attacking people for their ignorance towards the subject.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
So I brought that up because it was trippy, and with that Montero video, seeing like a grown nigga damn grind on top of any other grown nigga's lap, whether it be Satan or not. Was, but yeah, man, I was like, dang, such and such is transitioning. Wow, I didn't see that ever coming. But congrats to her. Yeah.
No, I think I understand everything you're saying, and I honestly only see like hostility towards that when like one they're being like actually actively being harmful in the they're willingly trying to be like funny about it, or
Yeah,
like and like two like on the internet. To be honest with you, anytime I've seen that in like real life or even witnessed it myself, like I have a coworker who's trans who I had no idea, and I
yeah.
had been working with him for like a year at this point, and he had to come up to my office to help me with some stuff. And in that time, he was just chilling in my office, and niggas like a super nerd, so we were just talking about nerd shit all the time. And like he asked me to go out to lunch with him. I was like, cool. And we were talking. He was like, yeah, man, I just feel real comfortable with you and everything, like because I was talking about like my activism and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, man, I feel comfortable with you. I know similar plights because I'm transgender. I was like, nigga, what? And like, because I tell you, I had no idea, and it went like just like that. Like, I think in real life, more times than not, it's like unless the person's being like hateful, like it's not that. I mean, it's that serious, but it's not. It doesn't
I
have
think
to be
when the
this whole
internet
thing.
has the loudest voice, like you get fearful of your own day to day interactions with people who,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
you know what I mean? You get
That's how I
fearful
think
of
of.
being ignorant or not responding to something in the perfect way
Right.
because the essentially like the internet beats people up for not being as caught up as the internet as a whole is. You know what I mean?
Right. Even the
So,
niggas who just learned about the shit like yesterday, like an hour before the conversation,
yeah,
and some niggas who are actively looking it up while they're having to fight online, like try to act like you should have been. Yeah, it's that's what I'm saying about the internet shit, man. Like you can be whoever you want. I was just talking about on Clubhouse, like there's so many niggas who just throw doctor in front of their name and take pictures next to some books and like be talking like professionals. And then you ask them like, "What is your doctorate in?" And they're like, "Oh, I don't have one." Like a nigga literally told me like, "Oh, I'm still in great grad school." Like nigga, what? Why do you have doctor so and so in your name? Like, what are you doing here? Like, it's really wild. But I think that's dope that you like sat through those thoughts and like, because that's a human thing. Like that's a natural human thing to do,
yeah.
especially in the South. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you watch enough dudes like lap dance on one another, like you'd be good with that, and then you'd be set for life. Then
Sure.
you be,
I don't know if I just want to see dudes grinding on each other. Like that's not my thing. Like
this is your necessary training for being a better man to watch niggas grind on each other.
I can just watch two dudes be in a relationship
No, 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 no,
without
no, no.
grinding.
You got to see the grind. You got to
I
see.
want that real vanilla ABC relationship.
So let me ask you this: like, do you think now that like people like Lil Nas X have a platform to actually vocalize how religion caused him to react in this way, and you see stuff like the whole Derrick Jaxn thing, going back to that, his wife being like hyper religious, and I don't know if you actually looked at her stuff on Instagram. Um,
Yeah, I looked at her page. It's very religious.
bruh,
Like every third post was a scripture or something like that.
and not only that, like she's just been through hellified trauma. Like,
Oh, I haven't. I didn't notice all that.
yeah, if you read her stuff, like verbal, physical abuse, she like blames herself for her father's death. Um, she's fought with depression for a very long time. She's been dealt dirty by other dudes. She talks about how she was going through Derrick Jaxn's phone and seeing the kind of woman that he was like fucking with and comparing herself all the way down to like thinking about how much they can this should get so deep. Like thinking much how much they can like how much wetter they get than her in the bed, and maybe that's why he stepped out. Like nigga, like it was like commenting on their like skin tone and stuff, like the positions, how they look like Instagram models, like just tearing herself down looking into stuff. And I'm wondering if like will this cause because Christianity is such a powerful structure. Like, will this cause more Christians to like look at what's causing people to react like this versus just saying like that's the devil, get it away from us, and condemning it? Like, would it cause Christians to be more introspective, basically?
I would hope so, but I think one of the problems with Christianity in this country is that Because I can't speak for the rest of the world, but I feel like it's that people lean on God a little too much as far as like clarity and um looking for answers outside of like searching within themselves or figuring out what led up to this instead of I'm pray on it, God gonna work it out, da 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 da.
Right.
There's a I guess a helplessness in it in a way. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's that I I can't look inside myself like God's the master creator. He gonna figure it out, da 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 da. You know what I mean?
I
So
think that.
I until people, I mean, I think we're growing as just a society, especially black folk, because like we're catching up to the whole therapy thing. Like we're hella late to the party. Um, but like we are catching up, you know. And even people who can't get like super formal therapy, they are more willing to just talk about their feelings more openly and get, advice from others. And even though I'm getting aggravated with Charlemagne suggesting therapy, like it's kind of necessary.
Is it the way he suggested it? Is that
Bro,
what you
yeah,
get?
it's like, man, yo, you got to go to therapy. Like, shut up, nigga, shut up,
You just not learning, man.
bro. Like, he's so aggravating with it, bro. Bro, my man was interviewing somebody. And he was like, yeah, man, I meditate a lot, and I've dealt with a lot of the things that happened to me in my childhood. Yeah, man, but you got to go to therapy though. Like, shut up, shut
You
up.
gotta go to therapy.
Do I
It's
have
good,
to go to
man.
therapy, or are you just trying to sell another book? Do do I, Derrick Jaxn? Do I have to go to therapy?
Oh shit!
That nigga
Damn,
ain't built from that fake shit.
if you criticizing Charlemagne, it must be serious.
He's
Like,
so aggy, bro. It's like a nigga who just learned about the shit, like just fresh off the therapy boat.
when he be hit with his quotes, like what was his quote for Derrick Jaxn? Like, I'd rather be an honest sinner than a hypocritical. What did he say? What did
I
he
don't
say?
remember.
He said, I'd rather be an honest sinner than a hypocritical liar or some shit like that. Like, and he would keep saying it like it was the most poignant shit of all time. Like,
Bro,
it's so
yeah.
funny. No, I think you're right. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm down with Christianity not being the thing, and people just building their own relationships with God. But I don't know if Christianity will ever go away.
So
But
I got a question. If we get rid of religion, um, what do you? How do you feel that people would even know about God to want to develop a relationship with Him?
so I think to even have that conversation, you have to have conversations of allow people to have conversations of, does God even exist for this person or for everybody? Um, could your God be different from mine? Um, and like, what could our different relationships look like? I think you got to have that as a foundation to even have that go in that direction in the first place. Unless people have like the freedom to even have that conversation, I don't think you can get there. So like once you have that, I think for people to build their own relationship with God, um, I think you would do what humans naturally do, which is convene with other people with similar interests, exchange ideas, exchange thoughts and everything, and then just have the freedom to come away with it making your own conclusion.
Yeah,
Versus somebody telling you like, okay, now follow this rule book and live by this thing, and if you don't, like, you're going to hell. Like, that's two different things. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I
I
think
think
that's a
it's
little.
yeah. I get. I don't know. I guess it's just the fact that like if we get to this point where Christianity is not a thing and all these religions are not a thing, like how would one know that there is a higher power than themselves or that they are two, you know, that there is just a higher power. I'm
That's
not saying necessarily Christianity is the one way to do it, you know, but how would people connect with God without knowing about God?
that's what I'm saying as far as foundation. People have to be able to decide if they even believe in that or not. I think it has to be valid for people to not believe there's a God.
Right there, I think it is now. I feel like it's valid now. I mean, you're gonna get talked about.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it
People
doesn't come
respect
without
it.
this. Yeah, it doesn't come without this criticism. So, like, a lot of people who question God, who grew up, who were born in a Christian household, aren't allowed to explore that yet. Is what I'm saying. And then all this other stuff gets like imprinted in them. Like, as soon as their parents hear them talking about that, then they get hit with the scare tactics. The whole like, we're gonna keep you in church forever till you start believing what we believe in. I think that's the issue that keeps happening. Like, if you get rid of Christianity and just say like, and your parents, the conversation goes from like, we're a Christian household, da 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 da, and you have to wait till you leave the household to find what you want to believe, versus your parents bring you up as like, this is what we believe God to be.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that as well? Like, asking kids that from a young age, then I think you have that. Then that person is able to, if they do decide to believe in God, can just take all these bits and pieces from, just like religion does in a lot of ways, take these bits and pieces from these different people, different followings, different beliefs, and then form what works for them, and they'll be straight. And that doesn't mean they have all the answers in life. I'm just saying, like, that just gives them the freedom, where like Christianity is used often as a power tool to control people.
Whatever. You going to hell. You're not a believer. You going to hell.
Whatever, you're going to hell.
I'm done.
What about you? Damn, man, that's where it's headed. I'm honestly, that's where it's headed. Like, that's
That's where you're headed. That's where you're headed.
We all going now. Y'all ain't saved my soul, so y'all going down with me. So boom. But yeah, last question, because we got to wrap up. But do you think that these people who are outraged by the video and saying like, what about their children? What about their kids? They're gonna be tainted.
Stop letting your kids watch shit that they don't need to see. Stop it. Stop. Shit's old, okay? Stop blaming other people because you won't set limits on what your kids see. There's no such thing as shit is inescapable. It's not. Stop it.
This is from the dad. Like, I'm the one that ain't got no kids. Like,
bro, spend time with your kids and put motherfucking child blocker or kid filters or only install YouTube Kids. Mm-hmm. Figure it out. My mom made me listen to Gospel 95.3 on the way to school every day. 95.3 every single day.
If you want to get zesty, you can turn to Big DM, but that's it.
Right? Like, that's it. Like, we listening to oldies. Like, that's it. And that's on a Saturday. On the way to school, you are holy fi holy. So people need to stop this. Like, it's just stop. Motherfuckers can't stop listening to their own shit in the car. That's why your kids absorb it.
Bruh.
That's what it is. Shit, I'm guilty of it too, but golly, at least I recognize it.
But like, even if they do get like exposed to it, like, how many of these parents actually talking to the kids about what they're hearing though, versus just being like, don't say that word.
Oh yeah, I feel you on that.
Don't say it.
No accountability, man. Just all these motherfuckers up there. Even Cardi don't let the baby hear some of her songs. Right. Come on now.
Niggas want the easy way out. I'm telling you, like we said earlier, niggas be wanting the easy way out. Like,
you know what? Here's the retort to the argument that you need to be watching the stuff your kids watch. The retort is, oh, well, people can't be around their kids all the time. People working 2-3 jobs. Shut up. No excuses.
This nigga act like Kevin Samuels of parents right now.
People make so much excuses for like not holding themselves accountable. It's old. It's old.
It is. It's a wild. It really is wild.
Like, it's okay if you let your kids watch it. Like, I mean, it's not okay, but at least own up to it.
At least own up to it and talk to them about it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's the problem. Like, stop making the artists accountable for making some adult shit.
Like, that's my main thing. My mom has always let me watch inappropriate shit. And I'm not saying that's the way to go, but like, there was never a moment that I felt like I could not come to my mom about what I was seeing, or if she walked in on me watching some shit, she'd be like, "What's going on here?" and I'd be like, oh, so and so just killed so and so, and like she would like talk to me about it, like, okay, so how you feeling about that? Like, I remember Soul Food, like when I saw cousin Faith give what's the name Terry the business. Like, I was like, why would he do that? That's not his wife. His wife's in another room.
That nigga
Like
in though.
that nigga yammed that shit. I would have been right there with him too. Um, yeah, like just talking to me about it. Like talk to your kids, man. Like of course they're gonna get into some shit, but like, are y'all talking to them? Or you just being like,
You know, these niggas gonna talk to their damn kids.
It's bad, man. Well, I let Will take over that whole because he the one with the kid. I was gonna throw it to him anyway because I didn't want to talk to my not kid having privilege over here. So Will said, "Get on y'all shit."
Yeah, stop it with the bullshit. So yeah, man, we can get to the starts of the week as we wrap this lovely episode up. This week's thirst of the week.
Tell them who it is.
This week's thirst of the week, Helen from Philadelphia, PA. Currently,
yeah, like too.
I know, right? She is straight Philly.
He really is.
Currently coaching the Lady Gamecocks to their, I don't even know how many Final Fours we done been in.
All of them.
But nigga, we killing it. We've been in how many? Let me see how many Final Fours. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we've been in 3 Final Fours. No, is that right? I don't know. But we killing shit and she killing shit.
Yes.
Yeah. We are she's in the Final Four right now. We got a game tomorrow, Friday. I think it's 6:00. It's either 6 or 8.
6 o'clock, yep.
Dawn Staley, head coach of Lady Gamecocks.
Yeah.
Thirst of the week this week.
I'll find red bottom wearing ass at the games.
Bro, she be stepping on them white niggas. She's been coached since 08, so she been killing it, man. She really turned that program around. Dope woman. She's done a lot for the community. I don't know if you hear the commercial she got on radio, talking about the team and advocating for birth control and all this other stuff. So
also advocating for women basketball players, right? With the letter she wrote. What was it, to the governor, I believe?
I think you were. I remember hearing about that. I don't remember seeing it, but I do remember hearing you talk about that before.
Yeah, talking about inequality in the sports world, and that was a prime example because no one was checking for Gamecocks women's basketball before she went on this rampage. Nobody.
No.
And niggas like, I know it's my job, but whatever, man. Niggas like Steve Martin out here getting paid all his money just to fucking lose. Like,
bro, this nigga had such high hopes when we went to the Final Four. This nigga is dog shit.
Every time that bullshit happened.
But yeah, man. Dawn Staley is killing it.
Yeah, she's amazing. I work at USC, so I'll be seeing her all the time. I'll be like, hey, Dawn. She'll be like, hey, Mike.
Have you actually seen her before on campus?
Oh, when things were regular, all the time. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
One of my buildings was like right next to the Coliseum, so whenever they had practice or whatever, like I would see her out there walking all the time.
So you can catch her on Instagram, Staley05 on Instagram. She's at Dawn Staley on Twitter. Show some love for the Lady Gamecocks. Cheer them on tomorrow.
Yes.
Show some love to Dawn Staley because she is definitely killing it.
Yes. Amazing person.
Yeah.
Amazing person. Don't get too close to her on the court though. She be yelling her ass off on the court.
Yeah, she don't play no games.
She be going in on the court. Off the court, sweetheart.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Good luck, Dawn. Good luck, Lady Gamecocks tomorrow.
Yes, they gonna win. I ain't worried. They gonna win.
They're gonna kill it.
They are. They are, man.
I was gonna say something about Kevin Samuels, but I held off.
You don't fuck up the thirst of the week with your shit.
No, I was gonna say they're high value women, but
I'm not
gonna do it. I didn't say it, so
good. Man, leave it alone.
Yeah. Anyways, man, thank y'all for joining us. Sure. I don't know where our producer is. Say he got things to do.
He's somewhere you got that stimmy somewhere with cocaine and white woman living a life without us. It's cool. I'm gonna check these comments out. There's like over 100 comments out here. We'll see what y'all was talking about. Your boy out here getting lit up like he should be.
Cool, me or Kevin Salmon?
No, I'll tell you after the show.
All right.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all. Love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.